Today, I'm gonna be showing off the current best exponential controller settings. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost always play on linear settings, I just like them more. However, I've been using these settings all day, and I'm starting to think that these could just be the best overall controller settings, like even better than linear settings. So in finding the best settings, the first thing to do is to have a proof of concept. And basically what that means is I need to find 4 or 5 different pro exponential players, and I need to see what settings they're using. So I did just that, and I found 4 really good pro controller players that all use exponential settings. The first player being TNG Nuttify. He's a pro controller player that plays on NA East that has $160,000 in Fortnite earnings. The second pro exponential player is Reet. Almost everyone knows who Reet is. He's super popular, and he has about $160,000 in online Fortnite earnings. He's an NA West player, and our next controller exponential pro is also actually a West player, and that's going to be WavyJacob, another pro controller player that you've probably heard of before. In online Fortnite earnings, he's made about $124,000. And then for the last exponential controller pro, we have CR from EU, who's made a little over $148,000 in online Fortnite earnings. So I went in and found the most recent settings from all 4 of these pro exponential players. So most of their slide hold time is 0.1, but that doesn't really matter. For build sense, we have Reet and WavyJacob on 1.6, then Nuttify at 2 and CR on 2.3. And basically almost the same exact thing for the edit multiplier. You have 1.6 to 2.3, that's a pretty big jump. Then for look sense on horizontal, we have anything from 40 to 52, but on vertical, we have anything from 44 to 60. A big thing with exponential players is they don't have the same look speed for both horizontal and vertical. Most linear players keep these 2 numbers the exact same, but as you can see, that's not the case with any pro exponential player. Then none of these 4 players use any boost on their look sense. For ADS sense, they do use the same number for both horizontal and vertical. So we have anything from WavyJacob's 10 to Reet's 17, and then none of them use the boost on ADS either. The only person with a look damping time is WavyJacob on 0.05. Then of course, all these 4 players play exponential. For dead zones, we have Reet as low as 6%, and we have CR as high as 13 on his left and 15 on his right. But keep in mind, these dead zones are all for different controllers. Every single pro exponential player plays with a different controller. So we have Nuttify on a Scuff Impact, Reet on a Scuff Infinity 4PS, WavyJacob plays on the standard PS4 controller, and then CR plays on a Scuff Prestige. So even though we have 3 Scuffs, they're all actually different Scuff models. The only player out of these 4 that use Confirm Edit on release is Nuttify. And then Nuttify uses right claw and plays with 1 paddle. Reet plays right claw, WavyJacob plays no claw, no paddles, and then CR uses 2 paddles. And the date is here to show which date I got these settings from. So all of these are pretty recent, so they should be completely correct. Now I also combined all these 4 exponential players settings, and I found the averages and median to know what kind of settings I should use. These aren't the exact settings that I use, but it gave me a good base to go off of. So you can look through that and you can see like the average build is a 1.9, the average edit is 1.8, look horizontal 48, look vertical 52, all ADS senses at 13, and then almost all dead zones at 9. So after looking at all those pro exponential players settings, as well as trying all of them to see which settings were good and which were bad, I've created what I think to be the best exponential settings, and let's take a look at them. And right before I do that, I just want to remind you to please drop a like on the video if you're enjoying it at this point. If you haven't yet done it, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to show a little extra support, you can use code Carter2K in the Fortnite item shop. Alright, here are the best exponential settings. Like I said earlier, slide hold time doesn't matter, so I keep mine at the default 0.15. For both my build and edit multiplier, I decided a 1.8 was absolutely perfect on exponential. For look sense on horizontal, I'm at a 50%, and vertical, I'm on a 55%. Gotta have that little extra boost on vertical so you can flick up and hit those good headshots. And on that look sense, I'm using absolutely no boost. Then for ADS sense, I decided a 13% for both horizontal and vertical ADS sense was perfect. And then on ADS sense, no boost on that either. Only one person used a look damping time, and it was really low anyway, so I just decided to not put on any look damping time. That's on 0. Obviously, these are all 4 exponential settings. These specific settings would honestly not work well on linear at all. Then for dead zones, I'm on 9.9. Now, if you try these dead zones and your character starts to move without you clicking your stick, then that means you have stick drift and you need to turn them up a little bit more. But for the most part, I don't get any stick drift on these, so I'm good to go. Now let's go try these settings in game. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but literally ever since I switched to exponential today, I've been hitting so many of my shots. It's actually kind of insane. And not only have I been hitting my shots, but my edits have actually gotten so consistent as well, which is really surprising. Doesn't really help me much because I really need the mat. No, how do I not have any mats out of that? No chance. I was hitting some okay shots there. Bro. I don't even know what's happening. My settings aren't bad. It's just, I think I'm bad at this game now. One big thing that I have noticed about Exponential recently is that it seems like it would cater really well to like newer or less skilled players. Because the main thing that linear really does is kind of slow down your aim and really help you hit your shots. Whether that's with your AR, shotgun, SMG, any sort of aim, it really helps. Just like that, can sit there and hit that dude out of the sky 3 shots in a row. But the big drawback is in building and editing. So I personally think that if you miss a lot of your shots, but you're not that great at building and editing anyway, then I definitely think you should be using Exponential. And even if you are good at building and editing. Bro, look at that. Why can't I finish these kills? Like I said, even if you are good at building and editing, look at Reet, look at all the controller pros. They're obviously insanely good at the game and they use Exponential and they're still really good on it. I mean, just look at that beam. It's actually insane. Oh no, I almost got that kill. Now I'm starting to hit those shots a little more. But I think if you play linear and you struggle to hit shots like that, you should definitely just give Exponential a shot. If you don't like it, you can always go back. Let's go. Now I'm starting to hit these shots and do a little better. Just need a little bit more time to get used to the settings, I guess. So give these Exponential settings a shot. Let me know what you think, and I hope to catch you in a future video.